travelers, and welcome to my channel. I just returned from an incredible trip to Indonesia. I went island hopping, explored stunning temples, and found some amazing hidden gems. In this video, I will show you everything I did. The islands you can't miss, the tours worth your time, and the things you need to know before you go. So if you're planning your next trip to Indonesia, don't skip this one. Let's dive right in. Our flight landed at Bali's only airport, and since it's quite close to Uluwatu, we decided to stay there for 3 nights. Honestly, I really recommend starting your trip from this area. On our first day, we took our scooter, which is by the way the best way to get around in Bali, and headed to the stunning Dreamland beach. After a slow morning by the beach, we stopped for lunch at a small local warung, a typical Indonesian restaurant, and the food was amazing, super authentic, and the whole plate was no more than €3. Later in the afternoon, we went to Jimbaran Beach, which is really beautiful, and I think it's even better if you go at sunset. We ended our first day with a massage at a place called Zara, and it turned out to be the best massage we had in all of Indonesia. The next day, we visited the famous Uluwatu temple, known for its breathtaking ocean views. But here's the thing, one of the monkeys stole our sunglasses and destroyed them. So yeah, if you're visiting temples in Bali, especially Uluwatu, keep your stuff tucked away. Lesson learned. After that little adventure, we went to Padang Beach. Honestly, one of the most beautiful beaches in Bali, but also one of the most crowded. So for something more peaceful, we ended the day at Melasti Beach. Next, we headed to the harbor and took a boat to Nusa Lembongan, where we stayed for 2 nights. The plan was to spend 1 full day exploring the island and then do a day trip to Nusa Penida, which is super close. By the way, for all our boat reservations, we used an app. It's also a website called Want2Go Asia. You'll find everything there and it's super easy to use. Now about Nusa Lembongan, it's a very small island and honestly there is not too much to do. The beaches are quite high and the waves were really strong, so we couldn't swim much. If I had known that before, I probably wouldn't have stayed there overnight. The next day, as planned, we went on a day trip to Nusa Penida. It was an organized tour that included transportation and visits to all the main spots on the west side of the island. Just a heads up, the roads there are a complete mess, so it takes forever to get from one place to another. It's also packed with tourists, so taking a photo can be a bit tricky. But the views are absolutely breathtaking. That's the only reason it's worth the struggle. Our next stop was Ubud, probably the most famous spot in Bali, especially for honeymooners. It's known for its lush jungles, rice terrace, and super romantic vibes. We stayed there for a couple of days, but unfortunately I got hit with the Bali belly and couldn't do so much, so basically I spent most of the time in the hotel. Normally though, there are so many day trips you can do from Ubud, like waterfalls, temples, swings, you name it. Just keep in mind it's also the most crowded place you will ever be in Bali. After our time in Bali, we took a boat to what turned out to be the highlight of our trip, Gili Air. I instantly fell in love with this island. It's tiny, yet full of beauty and charm. The best way to explore it is by bike, as you can circle the whole island while enjoying the crystal clear beaches and the laid-back vibe. There are so many great restaurants to try, and what made it even more special for me is that it's a Muslim island. Hearing the azan echo across the island truly touched my heart. And of course, the people, they're some of the kindest and sweetest I've met. Our last stop was Lombok, a beautiful island east of Bali that's often called Bali's peaceful little sister. It's less crowded, with incredible beaches, green hills, and a really laid-back vibe, perfect for slowing down after all the exploring. We stayed in the south of the island in Kuta for 5 days. Our only plan was to relax, and we definitely did. We stayed at the wonderful Sikara Hotel, which we absolutely loved. Most of our days were spent beach hopping, and our two favorites were Kuta Mandalika, where the views are just breathtaking, and Tanjung An, with its soft white sand and turquoise water. From Lombok, we took a flight back to Kuala Lumpur, but that's a story for another video I'll be posting soon. And that's where our Indonesian adventure came to an end. 5 islands, countless sunsets, and memories that will stay with us forever.